How are you doing, everyone? It's me, TheDomotaku, here today to talk about the next episode of March Comes Like a Lion, episode 4. I don't know what the hell's gonna do with my other hand, but anyways. So, let's get on with it. So, after episode 3, that comes before 4, I know that. After episode 3, and just remind me, like, why I like this show so much, they fulfill my request, and they bring Nikaido back, which was quite the sudden, like, sudden return, because after what happened in the last episode with the match, and him losing, and whatnot, they bring him back in chapter, so this is episode 4, chapter 8, yes, so chapter 7, let's talk about chapter 7 before we do on 8, so chapter 7 really does focus a lot more on Hina, once again, the middle sister, not Akari, which is the eldest one. Momo, I believe, is the younger one. If I got that right, then I'm a boss, because I can't believe I just remembered the names. Anyways, I'm pretty sure Hina, after last episode with chapter 6, we have Hina at a loss because she's crying over her parents' death and whatnot, right? And that's normal. This episode continues off with us learning more about Hina and just her day-to-day life sort of thing. And I think the chapter 6 really does show a lot of like concepts of family and family and just like sibling relationship and whatnot, and that's really cool. So Hina wants to make some kind of bento for this guy I'm assuming that they like, because why else would you make a bento for someone, for this person who's at a baseball captain star in her school, right? And she tries her best to ask Akari for help and like try to create something that would make her look cute and whatnot. And she creates the bento after going through many panicky situations in the beginning, which was pretty funny. I'll say that. You know, it's like, oh no, what should I wear? Or like, oh no, something's burning. Like, oh no, what should I do? And like, oh no, I'm late. Like, it's pretty funny. And then when the actual thing happens, it's such a turnout, because, you know, eventually when she's trying to give the bento to this person, all the other kids are like, hey, you know, we won, congratulations, we should go out and hang out and eat out and whatnot, right? And then, you know, in the midst of that, like, you have all these like other kids just like grouping in, just like, oh yeah, it's a good idea, let's go celebrate, blah blah blah. And then of course gives Hina, or she loses her chance to do so, and you know, it just makes her all ashamed and wants, like, you know, I was scared to give it to him. He was surrounded by all those people. Like, how can I give this to him? Or he's going out to eat out dinner with all of his friends and the club members. It's impossible. She was afraid, and she didn't have the courage to do so. So she was about to throw out the garbage or throw out the food, but we have Ray come in and it's like, you know what? You cannot do that. You put your hard work into this bento. And then they basically go home with Akari and eat it at home. And Akari comes in where she's telling her about her experiences. Like, yeah, I know what you're going through because I've done this before. And that's why she's a little hesitant to help out Hina in this situation. But like, that goes to show, you know, sibling love. Like, if you have an older sibling, they will go through like every single thing before you, and that's sort of like, you know, they have more experience than you, and they can help you out and guide you through things that they go through because they've gone through it first. They're older, so they will experience more things first than you, and so that will be an asset of you for you to learn from them, because it just is. And this example here, you know, you have Akari, who went through the same thing, and you know, you have your like middle sister going through the same thing, and like, you know, my sister won't understand what I'm going through right now. No, she does. She really does. And you know, it just goes to show that afterwards, you know, you have this like family love thing going on with them, and that was great. That really was great. So now, I'm assuming that we had episodes for Akari and Hina, and we get one for Momo, mostly the little sister, but the younger sister. But I have no clue exactly how they would go for that, because she's pretty young. She's like a baby child sort of thing, right? So I don't really see. Well, it could be probably an episode about like the difficulties of raising her when you don't have like a parent, or you have like your oldest sister and the middle sister and whatnot. But we'll see how that goes. So, anyways, next chapter 8 versus brings Nikaido back, where Nikaido is just chilling in Ray's apartment. They're having fun playing shogi, and then they go out to eat and whatnot. And then they come up to Akari's house, and Akari just brings in Nikaido because Akari is a caring person. We all know that from episode 2, I believe. And she brings her in trying to feed Nikaido, but then Nikaido is like, you know what? I cannot have like meat or protein or whatever. I have to go on a diet and whatnot. And then you have this funny situation where they're all just having dinner together. And so with that, actually, you're bringing Nikaido in to Akari's family and whatnot, and you're bringing them into this group of friends slash family that Ray already knows. So For one, I guess it's cool because you also have raised other like people in the gambling, or not the did I say gambling thing? Oh my goodness, my bad. The shogi club, and then you had the adults, right, who were hanging out with Akari back then. So you have a pretty tightly close group of friends and family here. So you, like, they know each other. They're gonna like, oh, you know, you're friends with Ray or whatever. That's cool and whatnot. So they're sort of building all the characters together, I guess, is what I'm sensing for the episode here. And then they just had a little fun with Nikaido and just like, you know, what he could eat, and then like, oh, his butler's like GPS stalking him and whatnot, and like that's really it. So it's really good. Like, once again, I bring this up for every episode for our main character Ray, but you know, once again, because Ray has gone through such a difficult situation in his as a kid, you know, losing his parents, it's good for him that he has all these people around him, and that, you know, he has sort of like people to look after, or people looking after him, and you know, he has people to be around. Because if he didn't, then he'd be really lonely and just alone all the time in his apartment or something like that. You know, eating instant noodles for breakfast, lunch, dinner or something like that, and then not having like anything in his house and whatnot. You know, it's good for, he has a rival, he has the sisters that's watching over him. It's really good, and you know, seeing these people come together in the show, it's really amazing, and it just begs me the question, just like, you know, is something big gonna come up in this series? Like, there has to be something big going on, because they're bringing all these people together eventually for something big that happens, and I have no clue what the hell that's gonna happen. Probably it could revolve around Ray, our main protagonist. I thought it was gonna be about someone else besides Ray, and then Ray comes in to help, but it could be about Ray, to be honest. Because one other thing that I saw in this episode was when Ray was talking about Hina in chapter 7 about love, and then you have this small flashback about this girl on top of Ray in his apartment. I'm just like, who the hell is this girl? I'm just like dang, Ray, like, I mean, my bad, but you know, they didn't really talk about it all that much. But also, who is that girl? And you know, it could bring up a lot of other things in the series for now, but you know, it's slowly going there. You know, it's only chapter 8, it's only episode 4, so I'm liking it so far though. You know, I really like the show. Like, slice of life, as in terms of like this season, I think this one takes it up there for me. So anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like the video if you like this episode, and subscribe, because next week we'll be covering episode 5. We'll see what happens in chapters 9 and 10. Yes, I can count. And leave in the comment section below, what do you guys think about this episode? What do you guys think is gonna happen in the series? What do you think will happen to Ray? Is something gonna happen, or you know, is like, what are your thoughts on like all these people coming together? Is like, do you think like something will happen in the show and then it's gonna cause some drama or whatnot? Leave your thoughts and comments in the comment. Oh my goodness. Leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys next time. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys later. So take care, guys, and matane, and good night.